Hello, my name is Kristie Stumpf Rork with the Cape Vincent Chamber of Commerce. Today's Cape Talk with Kristie, I'm talking with Lori Moss of Capeway Cottages. Hello, Lori.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Kristie. Thank you for joining me.
I'm so happy to be here.
Lori, can you tell us a little bit about where Capeway is located, first of all?
So we are located in the village of Cape Vincent, within walking distance to the public boat launch, and I'd say, I don't know, maybe a 5-minute quick walk into town. So,
Not even.
not even.
Yeah,
So we're in a pretty good location.
absolutely. Now, if somebody wanted to get in touch with Capeway Cottages,
Okay, so there's many ways to find me. So I have a website, capewaycottages.com. I have an email, capewaycottages@gmail.com. They can call me by phone, Airbnb. There's many ways to get in touch with me.
what about VRBO?
And VRBO.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you told me that you have not just this location, but many other locations as well.
Correct. Last year I started managing a few properties. So I have like 4 beautiful waterfront properties that I manage. So besides the Capeway Cottages, I have those also now. So to add. And this house that we're in now, this is all new to us too this year.
And this is a gorgeous house.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this house?
So this house we acquired in November. It has 3 bedrooms, dining room, kitchen, living room, big backyard, and we've opened up the yard to Capeway Cottages. So out in the back now, it's like one big property. So
Fantastic.
yeah, it's a great house.
Now, you mentioned the property next door is the Capeway Cottages. How many cottages do you have?
I now have 9 cottages. So 3 of them are seasonal, and then the rest are kind of, we just do whatever anybody wants to do with them.
Can you explain that a little more? Because you were explaining that to me yesterday. What exactly do you mean by anything people want?
So when I first bought the cottages, I wasn't really sure how I wanted to rent them. So I just let people tell me what they wanted, and it's worked really well. So I have some units that I rent for 1 night. I have other units I rent for 2 or 3 nights. I've rent for a month, 6 weeks. I really leave it up to the person that wants to visit what they want to do. And it works out really well because it all fills in. So, yeah.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit about the cottages. You said that 3 are seasonal, correct?
3 are now seasonal. Mm-hmm.
So what are the sizes? Are they like 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom? Tell me a little bit about the cottages.
Okay, so I have the little purple cottage, which is really popular. That just has a set of twin beds in it and a little kitchenette and a bathroom. So that is very tiny. It's probably about 250 square feet inside. Then the yellow cottage has like a living room, bedroom that shares with a full kitchen and a bathroom. And then we go up to 3 2-bedrooms, 3 2-bedroom cottages. So I have a really small 2-bedroom, and then I have a medium-sized 2-bedroom, and then a large 2-bedroom. So
Why is the purple one so popular?
I think people just feel very cozy in there. It's like a quaint little getaway. And sometimes I have guys coming to go fishing, and they just want a place to sleep at night. So yeah, it's a very popular cottage. That one and the 2 little ones are really like highly requested.
Now, you mentioned fishermen. You said that when we talked about this previously, that this is very popular with fishermen because of your stance on whatever you need. Tell me a little bit about that as well. You said that there was a gentleman that stayed here, a fisherman, that actually won the Derby one year.
Yes, I have a fisherman. Actually, he's been staying with me. I think this will be the 6th season. So he stays with me quite a bit, but he has won first place in the tournaments here in Cape Vincent and Clayton. He has his own YouTube channel, Smallmouth Crush. But Travis stays with me around 5 or 6 times a season. But I also get like people from Canada that come over, like groups of guys that come fishing. I have groups of guys that come up from New Jersey and Pennsylvania. and they either will rent like 2 cottages and all stay together. They've had fish fries outside, and so it's quite. I love having the fishermen.
So you allow the fish frying outside?
Oh yeah, I have a little bar. I have a little area that has all stones, so they set up their little fryer out there and they cook.
That's fantastic, because I do know that there's some cottage areas where, because of the grease, they restrict the fish frying. So that's fantastic to know. That's awesome. Now tell me a little bit about the cottages that you have that are outside of Capeway Cottages.
Okay, so I manage a property that is it's a bungalow. It's an upstairs and downstairs bungalow. It's a beautiful property. I mean, the views are gorgeous. So she has an upstairs unit, has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a beautiful outside deck, and then you can walk in to put your kayak in or your paddle boat in. It's just a very pretty property. And then the lower unit has 1 bedroom, but sleeps 4. They have a couch, pull-out couch. So that's a really nice property. And then I have another one.
Where is that located?
Oh, that one's located on Bach Lane.
Okay.
So not far from here, a couple minutes. The other one I have is on Roger Road. And that property is a very nice 2-bedroom with a screened-in porch and also water access. You can go swimming, kayaking, fishing right from the front of the property. And then there's one over in 3 Mile Bay. So that one's a 3-bedroom, and that's a really nice property also. She has, they took their old boathouse and they turned it into like a area to hang out. So you can just go sit there with the covered boathouse. It's like a patio down by the water.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So
it's so nice.
So I mean, you have a little bit of both. I mean, if you really want the waterfront, I can help you get the waterfront. If you want to be in the village, where you can go to, walk into town, listen to music, go to the supermarket, go to the restaurants. We have that.
So you really can cater to anything.
Yes.
And that's another thing that you pointed out too is, you have the seasonal, but you also have a couple options if you wanted to be here in winter as well.
Yes. So I now have 5 winter rentals between the ones down the road and here. So,
which is fantastic, because there are people who want to see the river during winter. There's the ice fishermen. We talked about fishermen. There's the ice fishermen. There's people who just, they don't have time during the summer because of where they work and such, or where they live. So they want a place to stay in winter. So that's fantastic that you have that option.
So I've had people this year, because of with COVID and people working remotely, I've had people that have come and stay like months.
Really?
I had a couple come from New York City, and they stayed here from November until like the middle of January. And they didn't just stay in one place. They stayed down the road, and then they stayed up in here. So, yeah.
That's fantastic.
And I just had a girl here. She was here for a whole month. She just finished school. She wanted to have a little retreat for a month, so she stayed here in the house for a month. So, yeah.
I would have never thought of that. That's nice.
Yeah. I was full all winter. Every single unit was full all winter.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Now, do we have any? I saw that Debbie already said that. What a great place to stay.
No.
And when I posted yesterday that I was interviewing you, I got nothing but great compliments. That this is such a great place to stay. Is there any questions for Lori? Anybody have any questions? I wanted to know, is there anything that I haven't asked you yet?
Well, let's see. I'm sure there's probably things you haven't asked me. Well, one thing I would like to say is that if any, when I bought these cottages, I wasn't really looking for them. They found me. And if you're looking to do something here in the village, the people here are so welcoming and so helpful. And I mean, they really helped me, walk me through everything. So anything I wanted to do, they showed me how to get it done. So Cape Vincent's really a beautiful, great area to be.
I can only agree with that. Cape Vincent is fantastic. We have a fantastic community here, so I agree. So any questions for Lori? Capeway Cottages is what we are talking about. Again, this is Lori Moss. We have a couple people on. If you have any questions, please type them in for us. You've had only but hearts.
Aw. One thing, there is another kind of funny story, not funny story, but really heartwarming story about Capeway Cottages, is that when I came here, when I first bought it, there was a family that used to stay here every year. And, the cottages have been closed down for a long time. And the family called me. They were actually my first booking. And they've been here every year since. But they had been here much longer than me. And they are still here.
Wow. I think we also mentioned that it's been a generational
Yes.
Cottage retreat for some people, that they have been coming year after year, except for when it was closed down, but they've been coming year after year. And that's just,
it's
heartwarming. That's fantastic. Any questions for Lori? Any at all? Well, if there's no other questions, Lori, thank you again for joining me. Again, this is Keep Talk with Kristie, and we talked with Capeway Cottages. Join me again next Tuesday. Look at all the hearts. Join me again next Tuesday.